Niharika and welcome back to a new lesson. So, what is your relationship status? Well, usually when people talk about relationship status, they think that we are referring to the Facebook relationship status. Well, in today's lesson, we are not referring to the Facebook relationship status. Here, we are going to look at some English expressions to talk about the different phases of your relationship. So let's begin with the very first one, which is single. Well, trust me, when someone is single, he or she is the most happiest person on this earth. Well, when you say that your relationship status is single, it means that you are not dating anyone or you are not married to anybody. Maybe because you haven't found the right one. So when you're not married to someone or when you're not dating anyone, it means that you are single. Okay? So that is the relationship status that you can use when you are not dating someone. The next one, single, ready to mingle. Now this relationship status is a very funny one. Now when you say or when someone asks you, hey, so what's your relationship status? Are you dating anyone? And then you end up saying, oh no, I'm single but ready to mingle. So which means that yes, you are single, you're not dating anyone, you are not married, but you are all ready to hook up or you're all ready to see someone. So probably you've just got out of a relationship, you had a breakup, and now you're back to being single. But you don't like being single and you definitely want to get into a relationship again. You definitely want to hook up with someone, start dating. So you can use this as your relationship status by saying, I am single but ready to mingle. Okay? Let's move on to the third relationship status, which is just friends. We are just friends. Or people also use the expression that we are good friends. Now, when do you use this? Just imagine that you have a very close friend of yours and you share everything with him or her. And you're always with this person. So people tend to think that you guys are dating. So they will ask you that, hey, are you dating this person? And then you're actually not. Y'all are just very close friends. I mean, though people think that probably y'all are committed to each other or probably you are seeing each other, but that's not the fact. Y'all are just friends or y'all are good friends. Okay? So when you're not in a relationship with that person, but you are a very close friend of that person, then you can use this as your relationship status. All right, let's move on to another one, which is dating. Okay, so you start dating someone, which means that now you are into a relationship with someone. You go out with this person and y'all are completely romantically involved with each other. Then you say that yes, I am dating someone. So when it's time to announce that you are dating someone, you can use this expression dating. And then of course, you also give a title to the person that you're dating. For example, if you're dating a guy, you will say, oh, he's my boyfriend. And if you're, of course, dating a girl, then you'll say, she's my girlfriend. So you give a title. And that's dating when you are into a relationship. into a romantic relationship. Okay? Let's move on to another one, which is committed. Okay, now what's the difference between dating and committed? Now, dating is probably, yes, you love that person and you are hanging out with this person, y'all are seeing each other way too much and y'all are romantically involved. But when it comes to committed or being committed, it means that you are into a serious relationship and you definitely want to take this relationship further. So maybe to a next step. Now, God knows when, but yes, you would like to take this relationship further. So that is being committed when you are seriously involved with someone. Okay, so which also doesn't give you a chance to cheat on that person because you are committed, you are into a serious relationship. Okay, let's move on to another relationship status, which is being engaged. Yes, now being engaged is when your partner, especially guys, when they go down on their knees and they propose you and gift you this amazing diamond ring, it means, and if you say yes, of course, it means that you are engaged to that person. When you accept the ring, it means you're engaged to that person and it is a next step of being committed. So after being committed, after being into a serious relationship with someone, and when you decide that you want to marry this person, then of course you propose that person. And when you exchange rings, it means that you are engaged to that person. Okay? So it's more like a proposal, right? Let's move on to another relationship status, which is live-in relationship. Now, what is a live-in relationship? Now, when a couple lives together, okay, lives in the same house, they share the same house, but they are probably not engaged and they're definitely not married, it means that you are into a live-in relationship. So there are many couples who want to explore their relationship, who want to understand their partner better, who want to see that if they're compatible, if they get along well, then they go for this option to be into a live-in relationship, which means that they start sharing the house and they start living with each other. However, they are not married. Okay, let's move on to another one, which is a long distance relationship, which is really sad. Okay, it upsets me when I see couples in a long distance relationship. So what exactly does this mean? Now, long distance relationship is when you use for couples who live far apart from each other. So they are geographically isolated from one another. So probably the boy lives in New York and the girl lives in California. Well, there was a movie too. So basically, when they are into a romantic relationship, however, they live far apart. So that means that they are into a long distance relationship. Okay, so which means they are geographically isolated from one another. That is sad, right? They can't meet on often basis and that really upsets me. So that's a long distance relationship. Being far from one another. And then let's move on to some marital status. The first one is married. So being married, it means that yes, you had a wedding ceremony and now you all are married to each other. So that's your marital status, that you're married. And then comes divorced. Well, divorced is when you terminate your marriage, okay? So you are no longer married to that person. Probably things didn't really work out, and you all used to fight too much, or things were just not amazing in that marriage anymore. So you terminate your marriage, so which means that you are divorced. And then comes widow or widower. Widow is a term used for females. And widower is for the males. So when your partner dies, when your husband dies, okay, then you, the females, become a widow. And if the wife dies, then the men become widower. Okay, so these are the expressions used when your partner dies. And then the last one that I have for you is separated. Oops, there's a spelling mistake. I'm sorry. That is an A. Okay, that's how it's spelled. So separated is different than being divorced. Divorce is when you terminate your marriage. However, separated is when married couples are not living together. Okay, so when a couple who's married, but because of some differences, they're not getting along, so now they are separated, and then probably after being separated, they file for a divorce. Okay, so first comes separated, and then again, if you're not able to get back to each other, then couples file for divorce. All right, so these are the relationship status or the expressions that we use to talk about our relationship status. Use them on daily basis because everybody is going to ask you, are you single, are you married, or are you divorced? Okay, so start using them, and I'll be back with a new lesson soon. Till then, you take care.